Okay, everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're gonna talk about buying a property in Puerto Rico, what you should know, the mistakes that you're doing that you shouldn't be doing to purchase a house in Puerto Rico. But before we jump into it, please like and subscribe if you like to talk about Puerto Rico real estate and personal finance. This is the channel for you. So please like and subscribe, share with a friend that's moving to Puerto Rico. I am a Puerto Rico real estate broker, meaning I have my own company and I sell houses and do leases and invest in Puerto Rico. I've been doing this for about 4 years, so I know what I'm talking about. I want to jump really quickly into this subject. The mistake that I'm seeing constantly when buying a property in Puerto Rico is number one, it's going to be that you haven't been pre-approved slash pre-qualified. If you are buying cash, we're gonna have to see proof of funds. The money cannot be under the mattress, unfortunately. Those days are over. We need to see a trail and we need to see where the money is coming for, whether it's your 401k, your pension, but we need to see a trail of where this money's going and where it has been. So secondly, it's going to be the pre-approval slash pre-qualification process. It's very different, and I've spoken about the process overall in this channel before, so I don't want to get into details, but know that you have to be in touch with a lender and you actually have to see the numbers that work for you. You have to see what the lender says, and they're going to give you a letter on how much money they can actually approve you for. In Puerto Rico, most lenders are going to pre-qualify you, not pre-approve you. Please know that if you only get pre-qualified, you're going to have to get then pre-approved for this process. Meaning, you can see a house, if you like the house and you got pre-qualified, and something happened that they didn't ask for certain words, certain questions, or your credit change, or you said something that you just didn't know, and during the process to get pre-qualified, you might lose the house because they didn't. I mean, they did their job, but it wasn't into a very detailed manner. So know that you should be getting pre-approved if possible, and then that gives you a better sense of direction of how much money the lender will actually be able to give you. Pre-qualification is just a letter, and it doesn't really go into a lot of details, but it's gonna open the doors for you to see the house that you want to see and start looking at showings. Just know that. Secondly, the amount of people that tell me that they want to invest in Puerto Rico, but they've never been here. Second, are not here, and three, they don't know when they're visiting. Really, it's mind blowing. How are you looking to move to a new place and buy a property in a new place when you haven't even seen where you want to live or move? That tells me that you still have a lot of soul searching to do, and that's okay. We're all trying to be our best selves and figure out life here. But it's really important for you to know where you stand, because I understand buying a house is not like buying a box of Oreos or something simple like that. This is a very lengthy process, and you need to make sure that this is something that you really want to do. You can't look at houses if you're not here. It's really not gonna make sense for you. I can do my best to show you the places, the areas, but if it's for you, and I'm saying this is not something that you are looking to invest fully, but you see yourself living at some point, then you really have to be in Puerto Rico and you really have to see the things for yourself and actually have a mental picture of how the neighborhood looks like, the house looks like, how close are the grocery stores, blah blah blah, etc., etc. But you have to be here to actually see it. If you just do it virtually, and we can, it's not the same. It's not the same as having that personal touch or commitment with the property once you have seen it by yourself or for yourself. Also, I mean, we can add that as a third point here. If you come to me and say, hey, I got pre-approved, awesome, and I'm in Puerto Rico, awesome, but the problem is that I don't know where I want to buy, that's a problem. that tells me that you really need to do a little bit more soul searching where you want to be, and that's totally fine. I'm not here to sell you in one region. I'm not here to sell you on a property. I want you to make the best decision, absolutely, but you need to decide where that best decision is going to be at in what region. The South is not going to look like the East Coast. The East Coast doesn't give you what the West Coast gives you. The vibes in the center are beautiful, but it's just a different vibe as well if you want to be close to the city. Really, the only city we have is San Juan and maybe Caguas or Carolina or Ponce-ish, but it's not the same. And that really limits your options as well of what you can actually afford in different areas. So if you have to rent a car, live 6 months in one side of the island, live 6 months in the other side of the island, and figure out what makes sense for you, but don't blindly buy just depending on what region you think it's going to work out. You kind of have to figure out and do your homework. And after that, we can connect and figure it out. My next tip is going to be that you should aim or try to get a good buyer's agent to represent you. If you go to the court, you're going to need representation. Think about it. You need someone here to help you. Trust me. You need someone that it's going to advocate for you. It's going to help you. It's going to be a lending hand. It's really going to guide you through their process and not just get someone just for getting it. Make sure that they really are qualified to do this. Me, for example, I don't cover the whole island, so I couldn't help you in certain regions, but maybe I know people that do. And at the same time, you got to be mindful that not everyone's going to have your best interest at heart. So make sure that you are selecting the right person. You're interviewing them. They're able to answer your questions. They're able to be patient with you and guide you through the process, because this might take a minute. It's going to take more than a minute. It might take 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. And the next point is going to be that you really are moving to Puerto Rico because you want to change. Your grandparents moved maybe from Puerto Rico and now you're coming back. I freaking love those stories. If you have a story like that, please comment down below. Even if I can't help you buy a property, I just love to hear those stories because it gives me that sense of belonging. You're making your ancestors so proud by investing in Puerto Rico and bringing your traditions and uniting to do with those traditions and just being able to be part of our community. And I just love stories like that. If you haven't embraced the Puerto Rican culture, I hope you can. And once you move and you have never been in a Puerto Rican environment, you'll understand that it's either you or it's the culture. And you have to figure out that you're in the wrong here, most likely. I mean, maybe you have we have to fix a lot of problems here, and this is no paradise really. It's beautiful, but paradise comes with a price, if we want to call it that way. And you have to understand that you can't fight the culture. You can find ways to figure out what works for you best and things that need improvement, and that's fantastic. But at the same time, know that not everyone's going to answer emails 24 hours. Not everyone's going to work on Sundays. Not everyone's going to have that very hustle American mentality. You have to understand that Puerto Ricans really prioritize life and enjoying life, not really work, and that comes across a lot of things, whether that's good or bad. Time will tell. Up to here, I would love to hear your comments, your stories. I know there's a bunch of people that watch me that have been on the channel for a while, so hopefully these videos have been beneficial for you. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. It really means a lot. And until next one, goodbye.